Thanks for tuning to the Reshard show today. We have an international music artist and songwriter from Trinidad and Tobago to discuss his new single, Invitation, and more. Join us today. We have the one, the only, Joshua Ali. How you doing, good brother?
Hey brother, I'm doing well, man. It's good to be here. It's good to link with you, man. This
Yes,
is
sir. Yes, sir.
such a blessing.
Yeah, so like I say, I have a friend of mine. She's always been talking about you. Then just so happened I met Sharon, so I was like, yeah, this all coming full circle now. So
Yes,
it's definitely an honor to have you on and you sharing your time with us.
thank you.
Um, so, of course, this is your first time on the program. So can you share who is Joshua Ali away from the music?
Okay. Ah man, that's a really good question. Um, I'm a father. I'm a husband. That's something I enjoy doing, man. My son just turned 2 years old, and my wife, we love doing everything together. You know, graphics. If I'm editing, if I'm writing a song, like
Yes.
even though she's not in the music world, we still do everything
Mhm.
together. So
Yes.
I'm enjoying that time, with family.
Hmm.
Besides music, I am also a film producer, so I love doing recording anything, editing. Right now, I'm writing a film to be shot soon. I'm really excited about that one. So I also love diving in the word, man. Hey, man, the kind of revelations God has been pouring into
Hmm.
me. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So
Hmm.
so so that's me, man.
And of course, as I mentioned, you're from Trinidad and Tobago. Do you have any fond memories of growing up there?
Trinidad and Tobago, yeah, man. Well, I was just my mom and dad, they're just visiting here in Canada, and I
Hmm.
can remember times where they are missionaries to the United States. Actually,
Hmm. Hmm.
they live in Florida, and
Okay.
I remember them they taking us to church and state to
Hmm.
state in the
Yes.
United States and doing revivals. Man, let me tell you, the things I've seen, I cannot deny that God is not real. He is real. I've seen
Yes, sir.
miracles. So those are the things that I do remember as a child. I mean, in Trinidad, there's a lot of things with the church. So my dad started at least five churches in Trinidad, and three of them are running now. So just been in ministry, man, all my life.
Yes, sir.
And just being around my family on my
Hmm.
dad's side and on my mom's side, it's just, uh, yeah, man. So far, those are the things that I can just like off of my
Hmm.
head, just
Yes, sir.
remember, you know?
And then, of
Yeah.
course, was there like a certain person in your family or at your local church or somebody that you saw on TV that inspired you to even want to get into music? Because, the music industry, it can be an up and down roller coaster sometimes. So,
Mhm.
who inspired you to even want to start music?
Well, I would say I was not inspired by anyone at this age because I started music when I was 4 years old. So I didn't see anybody do anything. I was just hearing music all around me because my dad, he has at least like 10 siblings, right?
Hmm.
And they all play and they all sing. So I
Hmm.
wasn't really looking up to anybody at that point. I was more or less surrounded by music.
Yes.
So at the age
Awesome.
of 4, I
Hmm.
was one of the official drummers of the church. It's
Oh, nice.
crazy. I never believed it until they showed me the picture and until these old ladies come to the church and like, I remember you. You were playing. And I'm like, really? This is
Hmm.
this is real. Okay, all right. Um, but I must
Hmm.
say, my dad and
Hmm.
Israel Houghton
Yes.
has been my influence as growing up after, because I wanted
Hmm.
to discover more, right? My
Hmm.
dad is a writer, he's a singer. So that has encouraged me from then on till now. Hmm.
Hmm. And it seems like Israel Houghton has been a continuous theme that everybody kind of was inspired by. Because I just had a brother Noel Robinson on, and he
Yeah.
also mentioned his collaborations with him as well.
Yes, sir.
So big
Yes,
shout
sir.
out to your dad in Israel, for uh, providing some inspiration.
Yeah.
Um, so of course, you get different titles and throughout I guess, the course of being in the music industry. But how would you personally describe your unique sound?
Okay. Well, so I come from the island. So man, we have some sweet songs from the islands, man. I mean, goes from reggae, dancehall,
Yes.
soca,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And I love worship, right?
Hmm.
And I love to
Hmm.
fuse things, right? To
Hmm.
make something that is very unique.
Hmm.
So, I'm definitely working on some stuff and just saying, God, okay, in this season, because
Hmm.
a lot of people know me for the soca, right?
Yes. Hmm.
And they know me for the worship as well, but more the soca because those songs
Yes.
really really reached and but in
Hmm.
this season as I'm transitioning now back to worship, I am
Hmm.
now that I have all these elements, I'm now going to
Hmm.
be fusing the soca with the praise and with right and to create a new sound, right? So that's where I'm at right now, and that's what I love to do. I love orchestra music, man. Oh my goodness, that's probably what I listen to mostly, just strings and string instruments are my favorite thing, and I do get inspiration from different different harmonies and how it's being sung and yeah man, so that's my zone, right? And that's where I lie in. I love to fuse music.
And of course, we play several of your songs, but it's
Mhm.
two particular I really want to kind of touch on.
Mhm.
One being Closer, and the second
Yes.
one being Blanket. So can you share like the behind the scenes of how those songs came about?
Yeah, I mean, my brother Jaron is we just sat down and we're like, yo, it's because I think this was after, if my memory serves me right, man, this is a long time. I was like, okay, I need to keep putting out music because I
Yes.
know it helps people.
Hmm.
And in my season, it was helping me as well because I needed to be closer to Jesus. I even though because okay, I'm a pastor's kid,
Yes.
but not because right you
Hmm.
are a pastor's kid, you are saved or
Hmm.
you are yeah, you're good to
Hmm.
go, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just wanted to be closer to Jesus. And I was like, man,
Yes.
I need a song that
Hmm.
says closer. So, link up with my brother Jaran in the studio and we sat
Hmm.
down and he's like, hey man, we need a song. We need a song and we need to do it together, right?
Hmm.
And I gathered the beat and I felt it because I kind of start with melodies and then start to produce the beat. And then we came up with this just a little closer,
Hmm.
closer, right? And then, that is how the song came about. It's just that particular song really
Hmm.
is just really wanting to be closer to God. And how can I share that with somebody that, yo, being closer to Jesus is the best thing you can ever do, right?
Hmm.
So that's one. Blanket. Yo, okay. Blanket was this close not being produced. Why?
Wow.
I never produced a beat. There was
Hmm.
my one of my good producers friend just send my friend a beat. And I
Hmm.
heard it from afar. And I was like, yo, who's that? Who beat is that? Right? And I start to hear these elements, right? I'm like, yo, I just feeling something on this,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
And so it was a rhythm. So other artists were on this as
Hmm.
well.
Yes.
And I called up two of my friends that write really well, and I said, listen, I need to create a song that talks about Jesus covering you,
Hmm.
because I believe in seasons of life, we always have to ask God to cover you, right?
Yes.
Wherever you go, you step out your house, you're doing
Hmm.
this. God, cover me with your love. And one of my friends, they were saying, you know, check this. Something with a blanket, da, 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 da,
Hmm.
blank. So I was like, yo, wait. Jesus be my blanket. I was like, yes,
That's it.
yes.
Yeah. That's
So
it.
so three of us came together and and that song is a true story because
Hmm.
uh, studying in
Hmm.
another country is a
Yes.
very hard thing to do, right?
Hmm.
So God has been my provider.
Yes.
He has looked over me and he has take taken care of me through it all,
Hmm.
even though it was very hard. So that comes out from that, right? But
Hmm.
yeah, man, that's those two songs right there.
Yes, sir. Definitely appreciate you sharing those. And of
No
course,
problem.
your latest single, Invitation, like, how did you
Mhm.
know it was the song to put out? Like, is there a certain feeling you have, or, or how do you know that, okay, this is the song, it's time to release it?
Yeah. So Invitation is probably one of my favorites right now. I don't know how, I like Wake Up, I like Overday, Overday is a staple, but Invitation has this message that
Hmm.
talks about eternity, right? It talks about
Hmm.
uh what will happen and what we will the rejoicing of the rapture, right? Because I believe one day Jesus is going to come and take us home, and is that
Hmm.
celebration, that invitation that we have as
Hmm.
believers, it is so golden. So I was like, I'm always about the end times. I'm an end time baby, right? So
Hmm.
I know I've done Overday, I've done other songs that talks about it, but I wanted to do a song that mirrors Overday, right?
Hmm.
That talks about the excitement of the invitation from God to human, right? That
Hmm.
we have this invitation, we have this opportunity to choose Jesus,
Hmm.
right? And once the invitation is set and you are making sure that you hold on to that invitation and he comes and we will be with him, man, it's just a celebration. So those are the kind of words I'm like, okay, I think in this season I need to remind people again. It will be
Yes.
a celebration on the rooftop, right?
Hmm.
So and I called one of my good friends because I believe working together with people is powerful. So we worked together
Hmm.
and we were back and forth with melodies and writing and
Yes.
and whatnot. So that's yeah, man. It was a fun project to work on.
Yes, sir. And of course, we're going to shift gears a little bit. Uh,
Yes.
this part of the segment is where we kind of dig deep and really get to know the artists behind all these incredible songs.
Yeah, man.
So the first one, as you mentioned, your father, your husband. So how has those two things, like, well, let me rephrase that. What have you learned from being a father and a husband about yourself?
Everything is not everything is not you anymore. Now you have to think about your family. You can't just
Hmm.
even job wise, you can't just
Hmm.
think about your job first. Everything has to be, the Bible basically says, if you need to take care of your family first, your
Yes.
family is your first ministry. And
Yes.
in this
Hmm.
role as a worship pastor here in Canada, I cannot take care of the church first.
Hmm.
That cannot come first. My family has to, and that is something I had to learn, right?
Yes.
Because I can't just leave them there and go do this first. And no, no, no. So that is something that I've learned as a father and a husband, is to
Hmm.
make sure and put them first in
Yes.
everything. So
Hmm.
I would say that is a big one for me. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And of course, you've had many accomplishments throughout your career, but what do you consider to be the highest accomplishment when it comes, one, to your music, and two, to your personal life?
Music and personal life.
Yes.
Okay, music. Music is gonna be hard, man. There has been a lot of good things that the Lord has. Anyway,
Yes, sir.
so personally, me is being a dad, man, and and
Yes.
and being married to the person that I met when I was
Hmm.
when I was back in like 2014. The
Hmm.
first time I saw her, bro. Listen, I was playing keys and I was worshiping.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone knows this singer called Ty Tribbett, and I
Yes,
was
sir.
singing,
Yeah.
I love you forever.
Hmm.
I
Classic.
love you forever. And she walks in the door for the first time in the church. And my eyes, man, just like, who is this? and and I just start to sing, and I'm like, I need to talk to this person after church.
Yeah,
Literally,
yeah.
she remembers it till today that the first time I met her, I was like, you are going to be my wife.
Hmm.
So I was this weird guy, right? And so said, so done. We went through trials and we went through tribulations, I would
Hmm.
say, from
Hmm.
that time. But that marrying someone that my heart always,
Hmm.
held close to, um,
Hmm.
is one of my biggest accomplishments. And then
Yes, sir.
even topping it off, having a son.
Hmm.
And his name is Israel. And
Oh,
and
wow.
every time people hear that, they're like, "You did it, you did it, didn't you?" I'm like, I had to, man.
That's
Right.
amazing. Hmm.
So personally,
Hmm.
as you can tell, I really love my family.
Yes.
That's big
Hmm.
for me.
Yes, sir.
And musically,
Hmm.
man, it was when I produced well, sorry, I'm gonna have to give you in two parts. When I produced a song
Hmm.
for someone while going to college,
Hmm.
and being, that song went to the Grammys and
Yes.
went for a nomination or whatever. And I didn't think anything about it. I just kept doing school, and the artist called me back and was like, "We have big news, great news." I'm like, "What is the great
Hmm.
news?" The song has been not nominated, but it was recognized. So I was like,
Hmm.
"What does that mean?" Like, you hear about winning a Grammy
Yeah,
and
yeah,
getting nominated. What does recognized mean?
yeah. Hmm.
Well, it means that it was recognized by most of the judges,
Yes. Hmm.
and they loved it. And it's somewhere in the books. I have to find that book again.
Hmm.
So that was huge for me because I wasn't producing the song to get in the
Hmm.
Grammys. So
Hmm.
that was just such a blessing.
Yes, sir.
And then this year, at Bahamas at the Marlins,
Hmm.
I was not expecting to win four awards at the Marlins.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and that's crazy, man. I'm like,
Hmm.
God, all right, man. I guess this is some season that you're taking me through. But I was
Yeah.
very, very grateful because I've worked hard.
Yes, sir.
And as a producer, I've helped
Hmm.
hundreds of artists.
Hmm.
And in my heart, I just want to see good quality music go out there, right? And
Hmm.
a message, of course,
Hmm.
So yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. And then on top of that, of course, you collaborate with the likes of like Sharon Gardner and amongst others. Like, do you
Yes.
have like a dream collaboration, whether it's with another producer or a songwriter or even another artist?
Yes. Yes. Israel Houghton.
I, I was thinking you was gonna say that.
Yeah. Listen, I told Noel, I said, Noel, you need to talk to Israel for me, man. Like
Yes.
that once that happens, God can come and he can, I can settle.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, man, it has to be Israel. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think I think that'd be a pretty cool collaboration as well.
Yes, sir.
And I think you guys will really touch a lot of people across the globe.
Amen.
Um,
Amen.
but before we get out of here, of course, you've experienced Trinidad food, and you also
Mhm.
experienced Canadian food. So who's the best?
Trinidad and Tobago, one time. Trinidad and no hesitation, bro.
Do you have like a favorite dish?
Yes. So it would be bus up shot,
Okay.
curry
Mm-hmm.
chicken, curry
Yes,
potato.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That's home for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
sir.
then I have one more for you before we get out of here. Who has been the most impactful person to help in your life that has helped shape who you are today?
I would say my dad.
Okay.
Dad has been that person, man.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my mom and my dad too, because my mom would always sit me down and she would
Mm-hmm.
really talk to me. Sometimes I would not respond because I'm listening, and my dad,
Yes.
making sure that he did well because I'm still
Mm-hmm.
I'm, I'm still loving Jesus, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm
Yeah.
still on fire. I'm still on fire for God. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. And of course, I know you just released a single recently, but what else should we expect from you in 2025?
2025. I am going to be re-releasing a song called that was called Goodness.
Hmm.
I'm going to be renaming it as See What the Lord Has Done.
Okay.
It actually talks about a really, really deep testimony, and
Hmm.
I'm going to be posting that soon.
Hmm.
But I'm just going to be re-releasing it with some new musicians and stuff.
Okay. Nice.
But right now, I'm preparing for my new album called This Is Revival. That's going to be coming
Nice.
out next year. Yeah.
Okay. Looking forward
Yeah.
to it. Yep. And then, of course, how can the listeners follow you on social media? One. Two, how can they sow seed into your ministry? And three, how can promoters book you for events?
Okay. So my name is Joshua Ali on every platform.
Hmm.
I would say Joshua Ali Music on Instagram,
Hmm.
Joshua Ali on Apple Music, Joshua Ali on Spotify. I think if you just type in that, you should see something in Trinidad.
Yes.
Once you see
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you would find me. Man, financially, I don't know, man. Like if book me
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
or
Mhm.
you can go on Spotify and Apple Music and
Mhm.
get the music. There's a message for you. I
Yes.
would say that. If
Mhm.
anyone would like to book me, it's you can find me. You can email me
Mhm.
Joshua Ali at yahoo.com, or you can reach out to me on Facebook. I'm very good at looking at those things, and
Mhm.
I can put you on to people who do help me get all those things set up for sure.
Yes, sir. Well, guys, we come to the end. We're joined by the man himself, Joshua Ali. Good brother, would you like to introduce your latest single?
Yes, for sure, for sure. So all right, guys. Well, I am thank you for definitely listening to this song. And let me say goodness.
Mhm.
Right? I'm gonna say goodness. Thank you guys for listening to that. Internationally, Will, I hope you're blessed by it. Thank you and God bless. Yeah.
All right, guys, coming up right about now.